Support WrestleTalk!
Visit WrestleTalk.com.
Last week saw the first pay-per-views from WWE for 2018. NXT Takeover Philadelphia on the Saturday night and Royal Rumble the following day. While both shows were well received by fans, with some saying the Men's Royal Rumble is one of the best of all time, it didn't get the same hype that NXT Takeover Philadelphia got. A show that not only had the phenomenal main event between Andrade Cien Almas and Johnny Gargano, hailed as one of the best NXT matches ever, but also had fans arguing that the semi-main event of Adam Cole vs. Aleister Black was even better. This isn't an uncommon trend. Brian Alvarez of Wrestling Observer and Figure 4 pointed out on Twitter that he's never seen a bad NXT Takeover show. When NXT hold a takeover the day before a WWE pay-per-view, our comment section here on WrestleTalk and around the wrestling community always believes the developmental brand put out the better show than the main roster. But why is that? After all, it's not like the WWE main roster is low on star power and they have the ability to put on great matches. So why do people think NXT is better than WWE? Well, for starters, the shows are shorter and therefore easier to digest. NXT Takeover Philadelphia only had 5 matches on the card. Undisputed Era vs. Authors of Pain, Cassius Ohno vs. The Velveteen Dream, Shayna Baszler vs. Ember Moon, Adam Black vs. Aleister Cole, and Johnny Gargano vs. Andrade Cien Almas. All in all, NXT Takeover Philadelphia was just 2.5 hours long, which is around the same length as your average Raw episode. It was only slightly longer than the kickoff show for Royal Rumble. However, an NXT show doesn't have the baggage that Raw has, with backstage skits, in-ring promos, and monsters pushing over trucks. This means that those 2 hours and 30 minutes are focused squarely on the in-ring action. And what in-ring action it was! The opening tag match was great, the Women's Championship match was excellent, Black vs. Cole was outstanding, and the main event could end up on many people's end-of-year lists. WWE pay-per-views, at least their B shows, are 3 hours long. Their Big Four, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series are even longer. Last year's WrestleMania was a 7-hour show. And you know what show people were praising when all was said and done? NXT Takeover Orlando, the much shorter show headlined by Bobby Roode vs. Shinsuke Nakamura that also had the incredible 3-way tag team match between Revival, DIY, and Authors of Pain. However, this is a double-edged sword and one that WWE will always struggle with. They believe in giving the audience their money's worth for shows like SummerSlam and WrestleMania, hence the longer run times. However, if the show's focused on quality over quantity, I'm sure wrestling fans would be happier with a shorter Mania, especially if each match put on the same level of quality we saw at NXT Takeover Philadelphia. Which brings us to the other thing that separates NXT Takeover shows from most WWE pay-per-views: match quality. Very rarely do we come out of a main roster WWE pay-per-view with a "Whoa, that could be a match of the year!" Every now and again you'll get one like Finn Balor vs. AJ Styles or the SummerSlam 4-way, but it rarely happens. It often happens with takeover shows though. Why is that? It's not like the two are working with drastically different rosters. Taking for example WWE Clash of Champions from last year, 16 of the 25 wrestlers on the show came from NXT. Looking at TLC, which came the month previous, 11 of the 22 wrestlers came from the Black and Yellow brand. That's 50%. An argument can be made though that WWE aren't interested in creating 5-star matches. They've trained their audience to respond to entrances and finishing moves, so all the stuff in between doesn't matter as much. NXT is catering to a very different audience, an audience that loves wrestling so much they pay $10 a month for the WWE network and will watch NXT week to week and their takeover shows. The casual WWE audience, the ones who fill out arenas each and every week, just want to see the wrestlers they know do moves they recognize. So is NXT better than WWE? It depends on what you're after. If you want to see excellent professional wrestling done exceptionally well, then NXT is right up your alley. But if you want to see people portrayed as real-life superheroes doing trademark spots designed to pop a crowd and sell t-shirts to kids, then WWE isn't doing anything wrong. What do you think? Let us know below, because after all, this is just my opinion. We make a lot of videos here at WrestleTalk, so click the videos on screen right now for more awesome wrestling content.